Welcome back to Braemar Arena for the 41st annual Edina Bob O'Connor Tournament. Today's game is a Squirt City Championship game between the home Edina Hornets and the visiting Minnetonka Skippers. The Edina Hockey Association has adopted a zero-tolerance policy
Well, folks, I think I just called the best period of my life on mute. We're now unmuted. It's 1-0 Edina as we get started here in the first period. Edina, Minnetonka doing battle here in the Squirt C Championship game of the 41st annual Bob O'Connor tournament from Edina, Minnesota. Big collision on the near side, and into the corner it goes. Down on the play was the game's lone goal scorer in Talbot. He'll come away with that as he'll walk in on goal. That shot's deflected. He and McCoy Larson were battling on the near boards, and they'll do it again up high off the far line. That's Noah Parker. He'll play this one to the neutral zone. Talbot is all over the place as they scrum up in front of the Minnetonka bench. That'll be swatted away from McCoy Larson. Now back into the neutral zone. They go with it. That's played back ahead by Noah Parker. Edina will force that ahead with Talbot. That's taken away there by Lucas. Theodore Lucas back for Talbot. He'll load and shoot. Getting the nod in goal is Ethan Viola. For the Minnetonka Skippers, it's Jasper Brock for Edina. Here in the first period, 1-0 Edina lead. It's going to be Minnetonka wide with Larson. He'll be forced to the corner as the puck will slither its way, knocked out of there by the big goal stick of Jasper Brock. Edina now on the move, back out of the zone. This is going to turn itself into a 3-on-2. Back across the line, Finn is there to the net, and on the backhand on that rush is Talbot. Now here comes the puck to the near side. With the stick there was Calvin Finn, and that's cut off. Nice read by Lucas on the breakout to cut that one down. Now it's Minnetonka back up through the left wing side. That's Logan Graham. Nice pass on the tape. Here they go back through center. Carrying this one wide is Larson. Larson is wedged by the defensive Grady Schlosser, and that's turned aside to the near side. Now it's going to be Datillo. His shot's in on goal. Paddle down, puck's loose. They'll gather that good defensive awareness there for the Edina Hornet. Squirt C Black. Oh, a 2-on-1. That's in the wheels there. Zephyr Morrison now in front. Oh, reaching for that. That was a great look there for Alex Julasuk. Now it's going to be Minnetonka back the other way. We're going coast to coast. Back off the left wing side. That'll be centered toward the goal mouth area, but that's picked up by the Edina defense. That's Schlosser. Schlosser will carry the zone, plays back into the neutral zone, where Minnetonka will regroup on the stick of Emerson Pitkin. Pitkin will play off the boards at Minnetonka, back in across the line. They will work this one toward the slot area. There's a delayed penalty on the play. We have a hook, and that's going to go on the Edina Hornets. To the power play goes Minnetonka, looking to level this one at 1. Edina had that early goal scored by Talbot. Face-off win, very important on the power play. Minnetonka gathers that, and they're going to play this one back in off the end boards. Sebastian Reister was there, and the Hornets clear to center. Forced to regroup is Pitkin. Pitkin will play back into the Edina zone as they'll slide over to the near side, and they'll advance that one ahead. Pitkin was there again. Played up to the left wing. Nice stick to break that one up. That was Larangi. And now it's going to be chipped back into the neutral zone off the stick of James DeLisi. Back up toward the left side. That's going to be Larangi with it. He'll play that off Edina stick into the zone it goes. That's Elliot Stoltman. And that'll be wide of the mark as we'll have the icing call on the Minnetonka Skippers. They will go for the change as well. The 41st annual Bob O'Connor tournament, and for those of you who may be a little bit older or had the opportunity to be trained by or play for Bob O'Connor, he was a legend in Edina hockey lore. That shot from Datillo sails wide of the mark. He made his mark not only in Edina hockey, but USA hockey as well. They pile up off the far corner. Now that's going to be played by Super with it, as he'll play this one into the corner. There for Edina is number 12, Alex Julasuk. Now it's going to be fished from the near wall. Up to the line, waiting for that one's going to be Datillo. He'll let a high wrist shot go on goal. Whoa, that one trickles just wide. The original save by Brock. On the ice steps Talbot. And that one will be stopped at the line. Here they go, back in with Parker. Parker to the corner. This is 5-on-5. Now a redirect. That one pushed wide of the mark. Good look by Schulte. Now it's played to the slot area. Edina will play it to the line, but not out. Controlled by Minnetonka. The pressure continues. Now it's Schlosser off the end boards. He has to deal with an oncoming forecheck. That was Carruthers giving him trouble. Now pinching down from the wall, it's Alex Datillo. Now the Skippers will look to try to center the feed. Edina bottled up this power play, paying dividends for Minnetonka. Can they get the ultimate cash in with a goal? We'll find out. Edina now will try to break the zone. They finally do. That's cut off at center. And Minnetonka's defense will gather it away once again with Levi Schulte. Schulte from center. He'll play that one back in across the line. That's stopped. And now Minnetonka controls. That's Carruthers. Stick there for Edina. Down on the play goes Datillo, guided in the zone by Super. Now it's to the near side. Edina controls with John Miller. Taken away there by Datillo. Steered out of there by Brock. Edina controls behind the net, trying to find a way out of this pressure. It's been a realistic cooker here. Skippers up the right wing side. That's off the stick of Edina's Theodore Lucas. Now it's played to the high slot. Levi Schulte loads and shoots, steered out of there by Brock. Played over to the near wall. Edina looks to break up the left wing side, but no, says Carruthers, as he'll play it in deep on the forecheck as Super. He'll bother once again. Now it's Talbot. He'll try to carry this one up, but they quickly close on him. Great shift here by Levi Schulte. Edina now back up through center. Ooh, they got a man on the near side going straight to the net. Look out. That's John Miller, but stopped on the play. Back up ice was Talbot. Now it's going to be Minnetonka. That's turned over off the stick of Carruthers. Now the puck is loose in the neutral zone as it's Super. Now picked up along the way and in across the line. Boy, these are some mammoth length shifts here. Carruthers now back in the corner. Schulte behind the net. That's going to be Talbot. They'll try to wrap that one around over to the right wing side. It's Lucas. Lucas tries to create some pressure. He does, and they have a whistle. A hooking call will be assessed here. Let's take a look at that original goal that was scored here for Edina quite some time back early on in the first period. You'll see it was John Talbot who walked in on goal. Nice move at center, and he's just going to skate away. Oh, a nifty move inside out, and he just deposits the goods there and gives the Hornets the 1-0 lead where we stand here in the first period. Off the draw, puck is played over to the near side. That's going to be sent back in off the stick of Schlosser. Down the wall it goes. That's going to be Logan Graham in front. Schultz gets the hook at 9:32 as we're getting close to the end of the first period here as they'll play it up on the near boards. Back through center on the puck. That's going to be Calvin Finn. Finn and the Hornets have their first power play of the game. Played back off the corner by Larangi. Ooh, big collision on the near side. Down on the play goes a couple of players. That's played back over to the far side. And we have a whistle on the play. Face off at center with speed. It's Datillo. Datillo on the move as that one finds its way through. Championship game here of the Bob O'Connor tournament on February 1st, if you can believe it. Where is the time going, right? It's just flying right now. There's a puck that's played back through. And that was stopped there. Played back up to center. Edina will control as that is played back in deep. Skippers are now at full strength as they have the man step on the board on the ice. Oh, that's played inside out and back in behind the net. That'll be played around to the near side for Ringcobb. That's a little bit too far. And now waiting for it and backpedaling for Minnetonka will be Alex Datillo. Nice move along the wall. Strong stick there for Larong. And now it's going to be picked up by the Hornets. That's going to be stopped. Nice stick again. That's Datillo. Wide of the mark. Jasper Brock has seen the majority of the work here in this period in goal for Edina. Now it's Datillo. Wrist shot. That's going to be chopped in on goal. And Edina will control playing over to the left wing side. But Minnetonka cuts that down. Look out. Nice save there as that puck will be covered and held on to. A big look there for Minnetonka. Off the draw, the puck will be played up to the neutral zone. Edina will work this one back and across the line. Here's a partial breakaway that's going to be wide of the mark, as looking on there was Ethan Viola. Now back from the line, Edina will control, but that's going to be an offside.
Seconds for tripping. Carruthers for tripping. Time penalty 12:20 of the first period.
12:20 of the first period. That's going to be a power play for Edina once again as the skipper's shorthanded, but going to work in the offensive zone. Edina had that early goal from Talbot for the 1-0 lead. Now it's played back behind the net, and that's going to do it for the first period, as it is Edina leading 1-0. We'll be back with more right after this. Here we go for the second period as the puck is played back into the Minnetonka zone. This has been a solid matchup here between these two teams. Minnetonka's probably had the better of the offensive zone time here in this first period. Now we move on to the second. That was Finn toward the goal mouth area. That's kept at the line. And now Minnetonka will carry this one through center. Cutting back against the grain, there was Datillo tripped up, but we play on. Edina now look out. They've got some room to the right wing side. Dangling there is Lucas. Theodore Lucas now up high. A wrist shot. Oh, turned aside there. Wow, that was a good bid there. I believe that was Julasuk with the look there. Big collision off the far wall. And they'll play this one back in behind the net. Now the Skippers will work to play this one out. They are now at full strength, are the Skippers. It's 5-on-5. Off the end boards it goes. Now Minnetonka will find an opening and clear that one the length of the ice, and we'll have an icing call. Now Edina back up through center ice. That's going to be Julasuk with it. Broken up high in the neutral zone. Edina will send that back through into the defensive zone as it's Pitkin to retreat. But offside will be the call at the line. Edina controls once again. And that one's going to be from center. Here they go on the move. They're good at the line. That's going to be a puck that's advanced toward the goal mouth area there. And turned back in behind. Nice job to keep the balance there off the right wing. And back out come the Skippers. They're going to work this one through center ice. On that play once again, on the puck a lot is Alex Totillo. He'll send that one toward the slot, but that's cut down by the Edina defense. Oh, they tried to spring a man. That's neutral zone look for Derivenko. Now back in from the corner. Ooh, to the net goes Edina's Ring Cobb. He was waiting from the slot area there. Poked it back into the corner. Nice stick there. Off the boards it goes. Minnetonka and Edina in a battle here for the Squirt C Championship of the 41st Annual Bob O'Connor Tournament from Braemar Arena. It's a rite of passage late January, early February for hockey here at Edina. Elliot Stoltman from behind the net will ring it around the board to the near side. Waiting on that one was Totillo, and Edina will take that one over back out with Derivenko. He'll carry this one wide. Nice little defensive play, subtle by Totillo to impede the progress there. Now down comes Superior with it. In on goal. Whoa, that one was awfully close. We'll take a look at this one. You'll see how it trickled in toward the goal mouth area there. We'll watch this one. That was off an Edina player who quickly retrieved it. Good hands there for Talbot. And then waiting there with that shot, thinking it was in, was Zephyr Morrison. But instead, it was a nice save made there by Viola. We're back underway behind the net. Second period action here, Edina and Minnetonka. That's turned over. That'll be thrown back in behind by Dorningcott. Forechecking for Edina. And out of the zone comes the Minnetonka Skippers. Nice move. Lost the handle, though, at center ice. That was Declan Rouse. Now across the line it goes. Here comes some pressure from Minnetonka from Logan Graham. There's a nice stick at center to break that one up. Emerson Pitkins had a nice game on the blue line. They are offside at the line just by an eyelash. And we will bring that back out into the neutral zone. Calvin Finn, whoa, will take the draw there. Coming in hot there for the Hornets was number 14, checking the edge, was Maxwell Doyle. Edina back in. Here's Doyle with some pressure off the end boards. To the line it comes. That one gets through. And that's going to be played patiently by James DeLisi. Now across the line, Skippers will play this one on the stick for Graham. Graham back into the corner. There to help out was Jackson Davis. Now Edina will look to play that one up toward the line. And they'll stay with a nice stick there to break that one up. Off the boards it goes. Ooh, that gets underneath the stick of the defense. Emerson Pitkin gives chase. Nice pinch on the near side for Edina there. Pressure came from Finn. Now to the left wing. Off the boards it goes. That's Schlosser. All the way deep. Going to be handled now by Pitkin. Delayed penalty coming up. Or check that was an icing call. As we'll bring it back into the Edina zone. Jasper Brock gets paid a visit here. There's a chance. Will face off to the left of Edina. Oh, that one gets through the stick there. And back to retreat for Minnetonka will be Noah Parker. Edina will win the battle up the wall. There's a wrist shot in on goal, and Viola makes a nice save there. Goes down and gets it. Got some good looks here for these hockey teams for sure. Minnetonka had a win by a score of 4-2 against Edina Gold. And then they beat Edina White 3-0. They have to go through Edina if they want to win themselves the championship with 3 games here. And that is absolutely what they have to do here. They trail by 1, a goal scored early on by John Talbot. And that's all we have so far. That puck will roll to the left wing side. Staying on that was Charles Super. And now it's played back up to the line as Pitkin waits. Wrist shot. Ooh, well-placed shot toward the goal mouth area there. Minnetonka will try to regather from the slot area. That's going to be pulled away by Julasuk. Back up to the line it goes. There's a wrist shot that's going to be blocked. That's again off the gear of Alex Julasuk. And now it's going to be to the right wing side. That's Carruthers. He looked toward the slot area looking for Super. Now to the near side they go. Edina in control as they'll play to center. That was John Miller. That's going to be picked up by Minnetonka on the move as they'll play this one through the left wing side and in deep. Picked off at the line. Nice stick there by Minnetonka's Super, but they're going to be offside at the line here in this second period. Edina controls off the draw. Talbot will carry this one back in behind his own net as he will be muscling it up along the wall. Waiting there is Datillo, as Datillo will be on the puck, but nice positional play there to break that up. Edina back out of the zone. On the move there was Talbot. Down on the play goes Minnetonka's Alex Datillo. Edina quickly jumps onside as it's 5-on-5 once again. There's Talbot with the backhand and the cover there by Ethan Viola as he hangs on to that one. Played over to the right wing side. It's Minnetonka back out through center ice. Oh, a big save made there. And that was pounced on and covered by Jasper Brock. Puck will be played back to the neutral zone by Pitkin. They'll collide up on the near wall as they'll try and shovel that one in the zone, but Edina's caught in offside on the strong side. What looked like it was going to be a really open game has really found its way, kind of calmed itself down a little bit. Back into the defensive zone goes Minnetonka as they'll look to break this one back up through center. Waiting up high there for the Skippers was Bentley Graves. That's going to be played back in. Reister was there as well. Now it's going to be Pitkin to play to the near wall. Nice move there by Talbot. He'll cut back to the forehand. He'll load and shoot. That's blocked. And now it's going to be controlled by Edina once again. That's turned back toward the goal mouth area by Maxwell Doyle. Now a shallow angle bid in front there was Calvin Finn. To the near side, Edina controls once again. Now Minnetonka breaks back through center. Nice play away from traffic. Good stick there by Talbot as he thwarts that would-be opportunity. Minnetonka now off the boards. They can't get it up the wall. On that play was Grady. Check that. That was Thomas Carruthers. Now it's going to be Minnetonka to the near side. Breakout was broken up there by Lucas. That'll be played back through into the corner. It goes. Declan Rouse is there. Pitting up as well as Sebastian Reister. Now to the right wing side. Minnetonka tries to break out. Edina looks to muscle toward the goal mouth area. And Minnetonka stops that opportunity. Back into center it goes. Staying with that puck and spinning was Graves. Reister comes in. Now tripped up on the play over a body. There was Pitkin. Carruthers comes out of the scrum with it, watched on the play by Larongi. Back in behind the net it goes. There's a shot on goal. They score! Oh, my word. That was Talbot again who found the back of the net. As he gives Edina a 2-0 lead there. Wow, how about that? Late here in this period. That's Ringcobb with it. John Talbot, your goal scorer. And the Minnetonka Skippers will cycle down into the corner. Will face off into the left of the Edina zone. It's controlled by Edina as they'll look to play this one up toward the line, leading 2-0 here in the second period. Off the wall it goes into the center ice area. Skippers will control and play up to the near side. That one's a little bit too far. And down the rail it goes. That's off the stick of Schulte. And there with some pressure and played back in was the stick of Datillo. All the way around to the left wing side it goes. Edina looks to break back through traffic. That'll bump the wall. and they'll turn that over at the line. Now that's Logan Graham. Across the line, it's going to be played in, and the Skippers will find some real estate there. No ice on the play. Edina's going to need to peel this one off the wall as they play it around for Stoltman. Stoltman up to the line, but that's gathered by Datillo. He'll play to the far corner. For Edina, that's Logan Graham. He'll look to backhand that up to the line. That's going to be stopped by Schulte. There was some pressure with Super. Now it's played off to the right wing side. They got a man open down low. Look out. There it is. Number 7 with a shot. Good look there by Carruthers. But what a save made there, as that was thwarted on a great opportunity. A terrific save by Jasper Brock. Off the draw, the Skippers control with a look. Looking to cut this lead in half as it's played back into the corner. Up at the line, that's Pitkin, as he'll play that one in deep behind the net. Schlosser's there for Edina. Now Schlosser will swing that around the wall. Up to the line, nice job to keep the line. Down the rail goes Rouse. Edina will look to play this one back toward the middle. Up high it goes. And Minnetonka controls once again. Here's a foot race back into the corner for Declan Rouse. As that will do it for the period. Edina leads by a score of 2-0. Big push here for the third period. Crowd is into it as that swung around the wall to the near side. Third period from Braemar Arena. Delayed penalty coming up here. And what do we have? We have a body check that's being called. I believe that's going to go on Minnetonka. It is. And back on the power play goes the Edina Hornets. Calvin Finn. He has Talbot lined up right behind him, top of the left circle there. We'll see what happens with this one. This is the first of 6 championship games here for Braemar Arena. Off the draw, Finn. That one wide as it's going to be pitched together. To the line, Edina Stoltman is there. Gets that one back toward the middle. And they'll turn this one to the slot. Oh, there's a good look there. Reaching for that one was Theodore Lucas. Off the end boards. Pitkin is there. He's joined as well down low by Charles Super. Now it's going to be Edina to pick up, and they'll look to the low slot. That's a shot and a goal scored once again by Talbot. He has the hat trick, and he is feeling it here today. Wow. Edina now up by a score of 3-0. Power play goal. The Hornets are sitting comfortable.
Scoring for the Edina Hornets on the power play. Number 21, John Talbot.
John Talbot with the goal, his hat trick. Theodore Lucas gets an assist. And Calvin Finn picks up a helper as well. Here come the Skippers looking to dent the twine. Jasper Brock has been great in goal, but a good look here. Datillo, a shot turned aside. Now it's going to be played over to the left wing side. Edina plays this one back up through the middle as they're just going to try to pull away from the defense. Why not? Talbot looking for 4 in on goal. Scores! Talbot with an absolute bull rush up the ice for his 4th of the game and the 4-0 Edina lead. Wow, how about this? Let's take a look at this one on the replay, shall we? Here comes Talbot. He just kind of is going to split the defense and go for it. Gets the afterburners rolling there, and he gets that one 5-hole. And it's now 4-0 Edina. They're looking to polish that trophy. Players shake it up here at the center ice area. We'll take a look and see what's going on here. Coach is on the ice. Edina leads 4-0. John Talbot has all 4. Looks like we'll be good. And we're ready to roll here. Sebastian Reister in to take the draw for Minnetonka. And that's going to be played back in behind the corner. Miller was there along the wall. Looks to get that one ahead for Dorincott. And Edina now will look to make a move at the line. It's a long shot it on goal. Puck is loose, played off the wall. And staying with that one on the forecheck was Miller. You'll see Schlosser pressuring. Backing him up is Jalusik. In the battle there was Graves for Minnetonka. Now it's on the stick for Pitkin. He'll chip the glass. And now they'll work this one through center. Pitkin will angle this one off to the left as he's going to be watched closely on the play by James DeLisi. Nice play there by the Hornet defense. Blocked in front. Oh, nice save there. Schlosser had the block and then Brock the save. Couple of back-to-back bids by the Minnetonka Skippers. They'll play this one to the left wing side. That's going to be wide of the mark. Back in behind and around. That's played by Jalusik. And now Jalusik is there again. Now it's Pitkin. He'll load and shoot. That one's blocked, and Edina again will travel this one back up toward the left side. Is opting to play that one in deep to go get it was Graham. Or I checked that. That was Jalusik. And now to the line. That's going to be held on the play there by Talbot. Hard off the end wall it goes. That's Finn. Finn behind the net. Now it's going to be Jalusik. Back up to the slot. Talbot on the backhand. Scores! It's 5 goals now for Talbot. He has just been unstoppable here in this one. So he finds the back of the net. Edina goes up now by a score of 5-0. So take a look at that one on the replay. It started from up high. You see Talbot kind of trolling to the slot area there. He'll wait for it from the circle. And that thing was with pace. That's a goal scorer's goal there off the backhand. Very impressive. That will now push this one into running time. With Edina holding the 5-goal lead. There's a puck, a shot. Oh, somehow that did not go in the net. Minnetonka is saying it should, but no. As somehow, I don't know, that got a whistle. Check that. That was Beckett Dorincott they gave the credit to the goal for. He must have gotten a piece of that. Noah Parker. Off the boards, it goes to the line. That's Parker. Waiting on that one is Calvin Finn. Finn will hustle into this one as he looks to guide it ahead. Staying there with that was Schulte. Edina will win the race. Back up through center ice they go. Oh, that nearly was through the defense with Lucas, but that was stopped at the last second. Nice play by Parker. Here comes Minnetonka. They have numbers over to the right wing side. Stepping up is Datillo. He has a man to the net in Carruthers. He has 2 men. There's a shot at on goal, and that one was stopped. The bid from Schulte. Nice save made. Goaltender lost his stick, gets it back off the side of the net. That's going to be Schulte again with the bid. Edina now will control as they'll play this one off the boards. Nice pass to yourself. That's how you use it. Off the wall, that's Lucas. He'll carry this on the backhand toward the slot. Edged out of the play there by Datillo. Good defensive play there by the Minnetonka Skipper defense. Now we'll face this one off to the left. Now the Skippers 2-on-1 back the other way. Outside in. That was Datillo on the rush there. That's Pitkin at the line. Strong stick to the corner. Morrison now for Edina tries to play this up the wall. That's kept free. And the Skippers will regain control. They'll walk and shoot. In front, that's deflected away. And now it's played up to the near side for Edina's number 15, Zephyr Morrison. Now it's Rouse with it. At center, he's going to play the checker to get it in deep. Nice play there. Back to retreat, it's James DeLisi. Around the wall he goes, waiting for Ringcobb. Ringcobb was there momentarily. And that's going to be turned into the near corner. They'll look out front. Waiting in front for that was Logan Graham. And now it's going to be picked up by Pitkin. Pitkin will play this one through traffic. Edina's Grant Schlosser will control from the corner. Here's Schlosser as he looks up to the left wing side. He's going to take the ice that's given to him. He gets past for Rouse. Now it's going to be Schlosser. He's going to go from the inside to out, but no doing there as it's Pitkin to stop. That would be opportunity. Now it's going to be Morrison. Played back into the corner. That's Larangi. He'll play this up toward the front of the net area. Edina had a shot there. The good scoring chance, but that was stopped. Left wing side, that's Graham. Edina will now walk through into the corner. They'll look to the low slot. Puck's loose. There's a shot. Turned aside. Nifty save there. Viola. Now back in behind the net it goes. Played back up to the right wing side. Now it's Talbot. He's dangerous. Just going to guide that to the corner and find some real estate. He'll be bothered by the play by Graham. Penalty coming up. That was Ringcobb that was there for Edina. But this one came out of the corner. And Minnetonka will find themselves in the box for 90 seconds. Face-off win, and back up out of the zone they go. There's Datillo. He's going to chase this puck down. He's got a man coming on an angle for him. That's Schlosser. All the way to the near side for Miller. John Miller from the right wing side. Edina now will look to play this one back up the near boards. That's going to be held by Noah Parker. Back in behind for Talbot. Talbot. Up ice. Now it's Talbot carrying this one into the corner. He'll play this one off the end boards. Edina will maintain the power play. Back up to the line. Played toward the slot off the stick of Jalusik. And now it's going to be fought back again. Jalusik to the slot area. Nice feed. As that's a great defensive play turned in there by the Minnetonka Skippers. Can't see the number. It was tucked in. I think that was Noah Parker. There's a chance down low. It's loose. Edina on the backhand. Still loose. They can't quite find the back of the net as it's off to the side. Oh, and a nice stick there breaks that one up. It is getting dicey around that goal mouth area. In on goal, and Ethan Viola will pounce on that one to cover and hang on. Wow. Great opportunities there. Finn pushes that one through on goal. He and Charles Super will reset and try again. Again, nice win there by Super. Played up to the near side, cut off by Theodore Lucas. Maxwell Doyle to the far side. Skippers kill the penalty. That's going to be Pitkin behind his own net. He's going to find some room to the right wing side. Gets away from one man. Actually, that's Datillo, my mistake. Datillo back it across the line. He has a man going to the net in Schulte. And that's going to be Brock to cover. The faceoff coming up to his left. It's been a great game for Jasper Brock. He was under siege in the first period. We kept the door closed, and when he's been needed, it's allowed his Edina team to pull away. There's a puck played off the near wall. Back up ice they go with it. It's going to be Lucas. He'll be tripped up along the way. And Noah Parker. Alex Datillo now. He'll be stopped. That's going to be Morrison for Edina as he'll look to win the battle with Calvin Finn. It's gathered in by Charles Super. He's going to be stopped at the line. Edina with some speed up the right wing side. It's Andrew Ringcobb. He'll cut back against the grain. Wanted to pull the trigger there, but that was Levi Schulte to break that one up. Now the Skippers to the line. That's off the skates of Lucas. Back up to the line. Holding and churning. Staying with that puck is Finn as he'll walk down the wall with a look toward the goal mouth area. Now Finn will stay with it. He's wedged back into the corner. Somehow walks out of the phone booth. Very impressive. Off the side of the net. That's going to be picked up by Datillo. Now Datillo's going to be stopped. He'll stay with it as he'll try to pool cue that up the line. Loading and shooting as Doyle in on goal. And that's going to be held onto and covered by the goaltender Ethan Viola. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it. The Edina Hornets win the Squirt C Championship of the 41st Annual Bob O'Connor Tournament. Congratulations to them as they had themselves a heck of a tournament and defeated Minnetonka here to capture the trophy.
Congratulations to both the second place Minnetonka Skippers and the first place Edina Hornets.